Hey everyone, this is Nicole is a New Black, and as promised on my Facebook page, I'm coming to you with a question and answer video. I basically fielded questions on my Facebook page and said, hey guys, is there anything you guys want to know about having a baby in Germany or living abroad? And I got quite a few good questions. Some questions just didn't make this video because I'm trying to scope it, and a lot of the questions that I'm going to address have to do with benefits in Germany, where I'm going to raise my daughter, etc., etc. So first, excuse the out of breathness, and second of all, excuse the potential heartburn, acid digestion stuff. I'm basically in my eighth month and heartburn is killing me. But people say that means she's going to have hair, so whatever. Focus. All right, so one of the questions, oh gosh, I didn't write down who sent me the question. Sorry. But the first question I'm going to answer is, am I entitled to, as an American living in Europe, am I entitled to the same benefits as a German? And basically, what are the maternity benefits in Germany? I plan on writing a thorough blog post about this as well, but it's just so much information that it's just easier for me to talk about it in the video. So in short, the answer is yes. I have worked and contributed to the German social system for 3.5 years. And I believe after 3 years, or actually after 2 years of paying taxes, you are entitled to the same benefits as a German would be, or actually an EU citizen. And what are those benefits? Basically in Germany, they have great maternity benefits. And this is one of the reasons why I don't plan on moving, because it's really conducive for a woman who works and wants to go back into her career. And so what you get from your employer is, from your estimated due date, you get 6 weeks before and 8 weeks after 100% of your pay. So you are actually not allowed to work in Germany 6 weeks before your due date or 8 weeks after. So it's like a mandatory maternity leave. You get 100% of your pay, and that is from your employer. After that, you can take up to 3 years of maternity leave. So, but you only get 14 months paid at, at 67% of your salary, but that's capped. So let me try and explain a little bit better. So a mother and father get 14 months to split between the two of them of, it's called parents' money, Elternsgeld. And this is 67% of your salary, and this is paid from the insurance. You can split that as long as the husband gets 2 months, and then you can take the 10 months. This is really so confusing to explain. If you're a single parent, as I am, I get the full 14 months by myself. And then what I can do is I can choose to go back to work and work part-time for 2 years. Or I can get paid 14 months, 67% of my salary, go back to work after 14 months, and work part-time for another year. And then I am allowed to take that 3rd year of mother's time or maternity leave in the first 8 years of my child's life. So what that also means is that your job is protected. As long as you inform your company that you plan on taking this leave, your job is protected, so you can return. You know, there's some, technicalities, like there's no guarantee that the job you had before you leave will be available, etc., but your job is safe and you can't get fired during that time unless you've done something like ridiculous, like, espionage or, I don't know, selling secrets or something illegal. But you're protected to go back to the company. Will the baby be a German citizen? The answer is no. Basically, in Germany, it's different than America, where America says, if you're born in America, we accept you as an American citizen. Germany, your citizenship depends on the citizenship of your parents. And so my baby will have dual citizenship. She'll have American citizenship and Danish citizenship. And she'll basically be an EU citizen and, have rights you know, for free movement and all the shebang that all EU citizens have. Oh, sorry. I'm really in a lot of discomfort right now. Will the baby learn German? Hopefully. She lives in Germany. I plan to basically send her to a German school, German curriculum. I mean, we're in this for the long haul. I really like the German education system, and if she goes to college here, that would be great as well. I mean, I don't know. Nobody knows what the future holds, but I mean, German university is so cheap, so cheap compared to the US, and I'm up to my eyeballs in debt because of student loans, and I would hate to cripple my child with that same amount of debt. So if we do stay in Europe, hopefully she'll just continue in the German school system and go to school in German. Go to school in Germany. She will speak English at home. It'll be her native language, and then she'll learn German at the kindergarten. There's kindergartens that are specifically geared for children that don't speak German in the home. And she'll also speak Danish with her brothers, her father, and her Danish grandparents, etc., etc. So she'll be exposed to 3 different languages. Her grasp on all 3, I have no idea, but that's the plan. So, and also for me, it's important for her father to be able to communicate to her in his native language. Am I going to move? No. Does he plan on moving here? No. We're currently not together, but co-parenting is very common. Copenhagen and Berlin are very, very close, and you know, we'll see how it works. It's still quite new to me. I wasn't expecting this, and you know, when we were together, I think there was a plan to maybe eventually move and to combine the households, but we're kind of on 2 separate paths, and we have a daughter together. Will I raise the baby in Europe? That's a good question. So, will I raise the baby in Europe? This is the plan, that Germany will be my home for as long as I'm employed, as long as I can provide, you know, a roof over my child's head. Europe will be my home. I do anticipate, you know, because someone asked, like, you know, will I expose her to, you know, the American way of life? And I'm actually planning on doing that just with vacation alone. You know, I get 5 weeks vacation, and plus there's school holidays. I do anticipate sending her to live with her, to stay with her grandmother, you know, during the summers, you know, once she gets older, to travel by herself, etc. And also she'll visit her dad. And so she will kind of have this Danish, German, American, if all things go as planned, kind of upbringing and exposure to different cultures. Actually, later this year, after she's born, I plan on going home for 3 months, October, November, and December, to basically spend like her first Christmas and our, you know, my birthday, my mom's birthday together, because my family just won't see her as often as her Danish family would. So we do plan on going home for the 3 months, and I'll take her on like a, you know, US excursion to like go on a baby tour and like meet all my friends that live around the US. And then, you know, also, I get to pick and choose what parts of the cultures that I do want her to adapt to. Like, you know, for instance, in Denmark, there's no such thing in Danish as the word please. I mean, my daughter will learn how to queue and wait in line and have manners, American manners. And she won't like clean the plate like they do in Germany and scrape it. So it's going to be a hard, you know, her influence is definitely going to be German. And, you know, it's up to me to kind of frame her reality in a way that's something that I find acceptable. Like, I mean, I have like some coworkers that, you know, that aren't from Germany, and their children are born here, and they're like, oh my God, my child is so German. And it's almost difficult. I mean, I don't know how I'll react to it like the first time my daughter does something like extremely German. And I'm like, oh my God. But the one thing that I kind of, one of the things that I struggle with raising a child of color here, and especially a woman of color, is if you think in America that there's a limited amount of exposure and representation of women of color, you have no idea what it's like to live outside of the US, because it's not just limited, it's almost non-existent. I mean, there's no Essence magazines, there's no BET, and for a long time, I am going to be the exception. Of course, I have Black female friends that she'll be introduced to, but we will all be seen as anomalies, as these strange, weird people of dark color. And she'll probably find more people that look like her than look like me, because there's tons of biracial children in Berlin specifically. But I don't know, I struggle with her. You know, like for instance, I don't have a lot of black male friends here because, like I said, I do have black female friends, but they're usually in relationships with white Germans or white Europeans. And so my circle of black male friends is small. I think I have like 2. And I'm thinking, oh my God, when my grandfather holds her, is she going to freak out? Or when my brothers go to pick up their niece, is she going to freak out? Because it will have been 6-7 months of her life of not seeing black men. And so it scares me, and it's something that I have to manage, because it's one thing also to see people in your circle, but there's no black people on magazines here. There's no black people on television here. And if they are, it's not positive. So, I post things on my page about, there's these historic books or, books that came out, and there's the German equivalent word for nigger, and that's still being used in books. And, the day that she is basically made aware of her otherness is going to be a very sobering day for me. And I don't know how to prepare her for that. I just don't know, because in America you are other, but over here you are super other. And I don't know. It's going to be difficult, but it's, we'll manage. And it's, and I have the good thing is I do have a huge support group of other women that are raising biracial children, where, for a while, mommy's the only black one. And then when they go back to America, it's like, wow, where are all these black people coming from? Like, you can easily find your mom in a crowd. Like, that's my mom. I don't even have to look up because I see like a black hand. But when you go to America, you could possibly grab another hand and that not be your mom, because there's dozens of black people. I would want her to be exposed to race and difference and diversity, which she doesn't necessarily get here. So that's what I worry about. So, that aspect of Americanness. Differences in having a baby in the States versus having a baby in Germany. Well, I don't know. I've never had a baby in America, but I can speculate, and this is what I said I would do on my status. Having a baby, just basic differences between German and American health insurance is that German is public and the US health system is driven by profit and it's private. So production, money, cost is something that's good in America, where driving up cost is not necessarily a good idea in Germany, because it's, paid for by the government and paid for by taxes. And so my experience just in general healthcare, just without, before even having the baby, is that German doctors aren't as forthcoming as American doctors. And this could also be a language barrier because they're not speaking to me in their native language. But I have to kind of come with a list of questions and like pull information, like what if this, what if that, what if this, what if that? And they'll give me the information, but it's kind of like a pulling teeth thing. Like the bedside manner is really not the greatest. So this could be cultural and also because of the language. Secondly, the expert on drugs is the pharmacist. You go to the apotheke, like your doctor will be like, yeah, something's wrong with you. And he might suggest something, but you can go to the apotheke and, talk about your ailments or whatever, and they'll just prescribe something completely different. And so they know their role. So in the States, where it's kind of like you take your doctor's word for it, you can always kind of second guess. Sometimes I just skip the doctor unless I need a sick note, and I just go, I'm like, I have this, I have this, I have this, and they're like, here, take this. And they set me straight. It's the same thing with midwives. Like midwives are the ones that deliver babies. They know about childbirth, and the doctor's only brought in for like emergencies or C-sections or, medical intervention. You really don't need to see a doctor. So basically I see a doctor you know, for ultrasounds and things like that. But then closer to the birth, I meet with my midwife. And I also got a doula because that's a whole nother video. But I'm getting a doula to assist with the birth. Hopefully my mom will be, oh, is my mom coming? Yes, my mom is coming. The baby is due April 6th and my mom arrives April 1st. So hopefully Poppy Seed doesn't like try to pull like a surprise. But if she does come before April 1st, Falmore, the Danish grandmother, will come to be with me. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you for your questions. Please send more questions. I'll try my best to answer them. And thank you so much to people. And I just wanted to say thank you to people that have been so supportive and have offered to send me things and to send money and donations. I actually have a PayPal donation link in the just the info bar. No pressure. It's just that, you know, a couple people have asked me, hey, how can we help? I want to send you something, but blah, blah, I don't know what you need. Da, 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 da. What's your registry? I'm not giving people my physical address. And so what I did was I set up a PayPal donation link, and that'll help pay for the doula and all the other kind of associated costs that come with accumulating tons of baby stuff. So thank you so much, everyone. Like, share, subscribe, and please send me any more questions that you may have. I don't mind personal questions. I'm pretty much an open book, but just be respectful. That's it. So, okay. Thanks, guys. Bye.